Skinny jeans, I don't know. They got some stretch to them. You never know.
You sit around.
You wouldn't have to worry if you ate all that Valentine's candy if you had jeggings.
You need something to cover it up. Okay, well, I think we're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk to our guest. Do you have coverage for identity fraud expenses? Liberty Mutual's insurance optional identity fraud expense coverage pays up to $30,000 to cover certain expenses you incur to recover your identity, like financial counseling services, lost wages, and attorney fees. For more information on Liberty Mutual or to request a quote, contact Jonna Pritt at 894-1237 or visit her online at libertymutual.com/Jonna Pritt. So that ad that was just shown, Blood Assurance, won an award.
I was so excited about that. We worked with Atomic Films out of Chattanooga, and if you caught the Times Free Press today, there was an article in there about all the Addy Awards, which is the highest advertising award that you can win, and so they submitted the award, and it won, so we were quite proud.
In what categories?
Well, it was a public service announcement. It was cinematography, People's Choice, Best in Show, which we were thrilled with because it was up against about 441 other applicants. So I was quite happy. It was good. It was a good time. So,
well, I guess it's time to talk about nutrition.
We're gonna have to find out about the Splenda deal. I don't know.
I'm very
myth or
curious.
fact.
So we will welcome Amy and Lisa with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on this show.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm originally from Ohio, and then I got my bachelor's degree at Berea College in Kentucky, and then went on to get my master's degree in North Carolina, Appalachian State University, did my internship there, and moved down here, and I've been here ever since 1998, working as a clinical dietitian and starting consulting.
Cool. And now you're doing stuff at Curves.
Yes, just recently. Got a phone call one day to start nutrition classes there, and that's something I've always been interested in doing, is reaching out in the community and teaching wellness and prevention. And then just yesterday taught with the Silver Sneakers, the older group, during the day, and that was a lot of fun too.
That's neat. And then Lisa,
Yeah.
you are a faithful Curves visitor, correct?
Well, I am a member, a proud member. Now I've had a couple months where, it's been kind of sketchy on getting in there, things at home, life happening. However, I am a firm believer, and I am dedicated to living healthy, and Curves is my lifeline for that.
Awesome.
Now, Lisa, this isn't your first time on Girlfriends, is it?
It's
No.
not.
You were on the episode we did way back, I guess,
One of our first
several
ones,
months ago,
September.
yeah, with the Zumba too.
was,
And
it
so you
was.
told us a little bit about your story then, and what all you've been able to accomplish at Curbs. What sets it apart, I guess, for you?
I think the family atmosphere, I do believe it's to be a caring, and there's an atmosphere of wanting each member to succeed and be glad in what they are and what they're doing at Curves. Anybody can have a business, but to walk in where your membership means more than people are supporting you, that matters, especially in this day and time, because I'm always saying things float down everybody's stream, and it only takes one thing to knock you off your feet. But then you get that call from somebody that calls and says, hey, we're really missing you. And that mattered to me. And, and you think, man, that was working for me. I've got to get my head back in this game and get in there, because it happens to all of us. And it just matters. And there's just a family atmosphere. And I do believe it's a lifelong, change, and a membership thing to me that's going to matter.
Now, Amy, someone can work out and have the best intentions, but without the proper diet, it's not going to go that far, correct?
Correct. Yes. The most effective way to lose weight and to keep it off is how we eat, and research has shown that. The misconception a lot of times is that exercise alone and continuing to eat as you did, especially if it's unhealthy, that the exercise will work, and that alone does not work. It really is a holistic approach: nutrition, exercise, and then even good mental health. Everything works together to help you feel better all the way around, and nutrition is really important.
Can you talk a little bit about portion sizes? Because I know a lot of times we will go to a restaurant, and in fact, our portion sizes are way out of control.
Well, yes, that's true in the restaurant when we eat out. The portions are usually 2-3 times greater than what it's supposed to be. And so in those cases, it's best, even if you just have a take-home container brought to you with the entree, you could go ahead and split it then and put it in the take-home container, and then that's 2 meals for the price of one. Or you can share it with someone, especially if it's a higher fat menu item and it's larger portions. Definitely not to eat the whole thing at one time. And a lot of times the entrees can be 1,000 calories or more, and that's for a lot of people more than half of what we should have in one day.
Oh my goodness.
And it's very surprising.
And I believe at a lot of restaurants, because I have done that myself, you can ask for their calorie information.
Yes.
I have been told at some that we don't have that.
Uh-oh.
So, and it's like, oh,
Put
it
a little
really
red flag
may-
out there.
My husband and I will definitely split, and we don't have a problem with that. And if people think you're cheap, okay, well, we're on a mission to, live little bit longer, watch our grandkids grow up, So, when they say that, it really makes us think, well, maybe we don't need to go there. Because when you actually look at even their own information of what they have, of the fat count, the calorie count.
Sodium.
Yes. You
Yes.
will definitely be amazed at some of your very favorite places. So,
We were talking a little bit earlier about just being on the go and the convenience of being able to stop in and get something quick. How can you, with all the time constraints, still try to make healthy choices?
Eating out, it's always best if you can fix it yourself from scratch at home. That's always best. But in a lot of cases, that's not realistic. And so in those cases, try to choose anything that's grilled, baked, broiled, even sauteed. Try to steer away from things that are in cream sauces.
Oh, cream.
And even if it's fast food, sometimes you can, the dollar menu has smaller portion sizes, or even the child's portion.
The value meals.
The value meals, yes. Those are more realistic portions of how much food we should have. If you really want the double cheeseburger, make sure to have just the single layer, not have the double, if you want that taste. And then any condiments, try to have them on the side, or even salad dressing. Dipping your fork in that on the side, and then getting your salad that still gives you the flavor without all the unnecessary calories from the fat in the salad dressing. Try to choose reduced fat, low fat, as much as possible on salad dressings. Try to have, if the hamburger comes with mayo, have that taken off. Things like that you can do.
And maybe skip the fries if you're gonna have the double cheeseburger.
Yes, there are ways that you can compensate if you want the fries. Even there is also the choice of baked potato instead, and then all of the sides for the baked potato, all the things that usually come on it, have them put on the side, and then you can choose how much goes on that potato.
Yeah, because if you order a stuffed potato, they can
Yes.
pile it on.
It is,
Especially the sour cream.
and you'd be surprised, some of those can be 800 to 1,000 calories alone, and that's not all you eat at that one sitting
No.
when you get a stuffed baked potato.
No, especially if you think about the drink you have, if you have like a soda or sweet tea.
Okay, now
Sweet
give us
tea.
the lowdown on sweet tea because we love sweet
We
tea.
do love
and
our sweet
also
tea.
sweeteners too. What do you recommend?
Research has shown that artificial sweeteners are safe for human consumption. It would take a whole lot, a truckload, to ever really be harmful. But if you're concerned with having something artificial, I've recently started using stevia. It's a 0-calorie, all-natural sweetener. And you can, now one good thing about artificial sweeteners or even the natural 0-calorie sweeteners is that you're cutting back the calories. You're not getting the unnecessary calories that you would from the sugar. And you can make your own tea, or you can order unsweet tea and add your own 0-calorie sweetener to it, and that's fine.
So really, if they don't consume, like if you're not consuming tons, you can have Equal or Splenda and still be okay.
Yes. Now, some people have been, if you notice symptoms like a headache, severe headaches, migraines, tendency for those, then try something else. Some people have had trouble with that.
What about Diet Coke? 'Cause I've always heard that, people who are trying to cut down, they will have a Diet Coke. But then I heard someone say, you know what, it's better just to have the original and not have it, every day and skip the Diet Cokes because of all the stuff that's in it. What do you think?
In terms of saving on the calories, the Diet Coke is a good choice. If you want the real Coke, by all means, cutting back on the portion would make a big difference. So keeping it even to 4 to 6 ounces is much better than having the whole can or having several of those a day. But here again, it does add unnecessary empty calories.
Yeah.
So you just have to compensate for that elsewhere in your meal or the rest of the day.
Okay, Amy, what about, I'm just jumping in here.
Yeah,
first.
go ahead. That's what it's
Okay. Lifestyle changes here. The things that we read, I read an article recently about pesticides in the Splenda product. Those things how do we learn about the validity of those things? The things with the Diet Cokes it affects your memory with that aspartame that's in there. So how do we, as far as our foods, is there a certain place that we can contact or, just to check that validity on that so we make sure that we're not going to forget my grandkids and my husband and as far as when you really think about those things, sometimes it can matter to just the person out there grabbing that Diet Coke or when we think about those things.
Truly, the best thing that you can do is really try to make the lifestyle change to take those out of your diet altogether. That's my personal thinking. I personally don't drink them at all. I don't want that in my body. And water is really the best thing. And that's something you could do too as you go out to eat is drink water before you go and have a little fullness in your stomach before you go, and then you don't go to the restaurant ravenously hungry. Or have your own healthy snack before you go. And then, natural fruit juices, milk, you can't go wrong with any of those. Now, in terms of the diet, that's why I did make the change to trying the stevia, because I wanted to know that it was all natural. But even though research has shown that it would take a whole lot for the artificial to harm us, I still made the switch to the natural just to be sure. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. I think like many things, maybe that one thing gets found out, and then with the worldwide knowledge that we have now,